Peace control. Fortnite pros. Money. Ad revenue. YouTube ad revenue. The Travie Patty. Cancel culture. Ninja. Charlie the Me. Do you guys want to be the best at peace control on Fortnite? Do you guys want to get a brain and win cash cups? Even though I never do. Well, you're in luck. If you want to peace control just like this,
Boom.
then keep watching. Yo, what in the Among Us is going on, guys? So last night, I was just casually watching the big clicks play in a cash cup, and I told myself, damn, I want money and but anyways, that's what this video is about. In today's video, I'm actually going to be teaching you guys how to get a brain on Fortnite and be a god at peace control in order to celebrate Daddy Cherry and this will in return make you a higher IQ player and reward you by becoming better at the game and smoking kids in every fight. So if you're tired of being a bum, then stick till the end of this video. But before we actually get into the video, I need you guys to like the video and subscribe with notifications on in the next 5 seconds or else James Charles will make out with you. Trust me guys, it's not nice. I've even tried myself. But anyways guys, let's just hop right into this video. Alrighty guys, we just hopped into the creative game. And basically, I'm going to be teaching you peace control. Yes, peace control. But before we actually get into me telling you how to peace control, let me first explain it to you and tell you the definition of peace control. Peace control is literally controlling the fight. Hence the word control being in peace control. But in Fortnite, it's owning the surrounding building pieces of an opponent. So that's basically what peace control is. Now, why is peace control very much important? Well, let me explain. If you have really good peace control, you're going to be controlling every fight you get into with an opponent. And when you're controlling a fight, let's just say you're leading the fight, and by leading the fight, probably gonna win the fight. But anyways, there is a lot of things that go into peace control, like having a brain. I don't have one. But anyways, let me just get right into it. So in order to be actually good at peace control, as I said, yes, you'd want to have a brain, you want to have some sense of the game, and you're also going to want to have a good understanding of the grid system in the game and predictions of your opponents. So let me explain a couple of those things. The grid system is actually these little squares right here. It's perfectly demonstrated on this map. So for instance, what is the grid system? When I pull out a build, I can put a wall here, I can put a wall here, and like it's a grid, right? I can't just put like a wall in between this square right here, right? I can't. There's a specific grid system that the game goes by. So if you want to practice the grid system, go on a map like this. You literally see the squares where your builds are going to be placed, as you can see right here. Like, okay, like I know my wall is going to go here, or I know my wall is going to go right here on this line from this range. And like basically, you just want to have a good understanding of the grid system in the game. Grid system is very important because if you don't know where your builds are going to go, you're not going to be winning any fights. Let's say this is an opponent right here, and you want to cone him. Well, I can't just randomly pull out a cone and place it because that's just not going to go in the right place. You want to be very precise where your builds go. So a good way to actually be good at the grid system is crosshair placement. If your crosshair is placed in the right location and you're at the right level of height, your builds will place where you want them to go. So for instance, all I would need to do is pull out my builds, of course, put my crosshair right above, jump up so I get the right height, and just like that, I cone my opponent if he's right here. Long story short, you want to have a good understanding of the grid system, how it works, and how to play with it. But anyways, going into the other thing I was talking about, predictions. If you can't predict what your opponent's going to do next, then you're not going to be winning any fights. And you might be asking yourself right now,
Spaiidz, I'm not smart. I don't know what my opponent's gonna be doing.
well, let me explain some simple things. Your opponent is boxed in a box like this. You are right outside. And let's say that this wall right here is theirs. There are so many possible things they can do, such as edit out in many different ways. Put a cone above you. There's just so many things they can do. But you don't want to overthink yourself. You want to just play it cool. So you want to actually control what they're going to do. So that's what peace control is. So for instance, this is not an example of peace control, but let's say I'm putting a ramp down right here. That already limits their options of what they can do to get a shot off on me. And by limiting their options, we can then assume what they're going to be doing. So if I'm on a ramp like this, I can then assume they're going to make a peanut butter edit, put a cone right here, and try to trap me. Because in this situation, they don't have many options. And because I actually know that, I can then counter it, box them like a fish, because I know they're going to get out from right here. Now, that's not 100%, but that's a pretty good prediction. And if you're in the right area of a good prediction, you're probably going to get it right. I mean, think about it. If you're boxed up like this, and you're trapped on all three of these sides, right? Your only other choice is going to be to get out of here. You're going to think quick, and you're going to be like, hey, I want to get out of here. Let me get out of here right here. That's when me, or anyone that's good at peace control, I'm not that good, is gonna literally know your prediction, box you like a fish, cone you in, and literally kill you. Long story short, you want to have good predictions, and you want to be good at prediction making. But yeah, guys, that's basically the two important things you want to know before heading right into peace control. But let's just head right into peace control right now, get right to the basics, show you some cool classics, and yeah. So as you guys can actually see right here, I've set up 4 different techniques of peace control. Now, as I said earlier, these techniques are very popular, but there is many more things you can actually do. These are just the most popular ones and the most effective ones by far. Let's just get right into it. I'm going to be showing you guys each and every one of these, how it relates to peace control, how it is peace control, and how this will help you in a fight. So let's just start off from the right side right here. So starting off right here, it's what I like to call peace control instead of going for height. So on any day, you would see an opponent Of course, cranking 90s, he's on height, whatever. And you're all the way right here on low ground, as you can see. So what any person would do is they would chop them out and go for height themselves. But let me tell you why that's actually not optimal. Because if you actually break out your opponent and you go for high ground, you're going to have an open shot on yourself. Even if you protect yourself, they're going to be falling down and they're somehow going to get an open shot on you. In an intense arena fight, you don't want to get a shot on you because that can really dramatically affect your fight. So here is when the piece control comes in. So once you're actually on the low ground and they're on the high ground, you're going to chop them out, of course. And the second you do that, they're going to be falling down, right? But they're going to expect you to go for height, and they're expecting an easy shot. But let's now say that I break their ramp right away, put a wall, they come falling down, I box them up right here, I can easily get a nice shot on them. And I literally just took over the fight and controlled the fight. But yeah, this is just a classic. Instead of actually going for height when you knock someone off and you chop them up, just piece control them and box them up right there as soon as they fall down. And if they're not going to fall here, find out where they're going to fall down and literally just try to catch them. And that's pretty much it. But let's now move on to the next method. We're looking at the second technique here, which I like to call the middle window, or in other words, placing the high wall. So this is what it looks like from an opponent's view, and this is what it actually does. So let's say there's an opponent right up on high ground and I'm trying to get height from him. What the high wall actually does, or the middle window, is you're going to actually turn around and place a high wall. And once you actually place a high wall, you're going to catch yourself just like this. Now your opponent on the other side is going to be on high ground, so for that reason being, they will be somewhere in this position right here, trying to cuck you so they can still have the high ground. But let me show you what this technique does. Once they're on this level and you did the high wall, you're going to edit a window, cone them just like this, place a wall, and cone them again. And just like that, they are a little puppy and you're controlling the fight. And if you're controlling the fight, you're going to have an advantage as usual. And there's so many things you can do from this point on. You can get a nice shot off on them and then turn it right around, throw them off, and go for 90s and grab your high ground right back. And there's just so many different things you can possibly do. But that's method number 2. But let's just move on right to method number 3. For method number 3, I like to call this one the prediction trap. Now, what is a prediction trap and what is this actually? Well, this is another way of saying books like fish. So basically, your opponent's boxed up right here. You're on a cone right here and you're trying to get their wall. You're trying to get an easy shot off, something like that. But they're not having it. So they're literally in the box right here and they're going to try to get out. They're going to try to get out and go for height or do something like that and get out of the fight. That's when Daddy Spaiidz shows up and tells you, no, you're going to be controlling the fight. But anyways, you're not successfully taking the role and you can pretty much tell they're going to be coming out the left or right and they're going to try to escape and control the fight. Well, that's where the prediction trap or the box like fish comes into play. And you've probably seen so many pros do this. But what they'll actually do is they're going to say that, hey, they're going to be coming out the left side. So all I'm going to do is go over to the left side, put a cone, do that, and cone them just like that. And just like that, they're your little puppy. They're trapped in your box. What can they do? Like, they're literally stuck. They're literally stuck. You get a nice shot off of them. You can literally escape, go for height, and then get a nice shot once more. Long story short, the prediction trap or the box like fish works like a classic, works like a charm every single time. Let's just get right into the final technique I have for you guys. So for the final technique, you're going in a ramp, face off with your opponent, and they're already on the high ground. Well, there's so many things you can do. You can immediately take advantage of the grid system and cone them off just like that. Once doing that, you would put a wall and catch yourself with a cone. Putting a wall will throw them off. You edit like this and they can't put a wall there. Then you cone them like this, box them in the box, and you get a nice easy shot off. You can even reset the edit so they can't get a shot off of you. And you just go for high ground and go for the next play that you can do. And who knows, your next play might even be the classic box like fish. But yeah, that's basically what piece control is, guys. You want to be controlling the fight at all times, being one step over your opponent and just being the smarter player at the end of the day. And one more thing, there's just little things that you can do to really help you with piece control. So for instance, we're going in a ramp to ramp head off right here and an opponent is right here and they're going to try to grab high ground on me or get a shot. Well, that's where we can do a box like fish play. We put a cone in on the floor, we do that, and we catch them like that. But what most people can do on accident is actually edit like this. And when you edit like this, you do not have a right hand peek. And when you do not have a right hand peek, you're completely vulnerable and they can get an easy shot off you, basically not returning your favor for you at all. Doing simple little edits like this and keeping your right hand peek and making sure that they can't see you will help you dramatically. So just please use your brain in the game and trust me, you'll be a lot better. And trust me when I say this too, when you're doing piece control, you will become a lot smarter and you will start to become more aware of these situations and what to do. So long story short, the little things count, and by doing simple edits like this or protecting yourself with a right hand peek will help you dramatically and will help you a lot. And I'm going to be tossing up codes for great piece control practice maps right on screen right now, and as you can see, there are 2 different maps right there. Pick whichever one you like to use, and they're both really good for helping you practice piece control. And basically in this map they have more techniques, more than I've even covered today, and it will just help you so much. So if you want to practice it and you don't know how, use these maps right up on screen right now. I'll put them once more. But yeah, guys, it's actually going to be be concluding the video for today. If you guys are new around here, don't forget to subscribe with noties on, and also drop a like on the video, because when you actually like the video, this gets out to more people, and I'm helping more people out, which is my goal at the end of the day. Comment the word peace too if you did make it this far in the video. That way I know you stuck through. But yeah, guys, I hope you did enjoy this one. I'll catch you guys in a bit. See you in the next video. Goodbye.